McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown hasn't ruled out Fernando Alonso as a future full-time IndyCar racer, even though he says it's unlikely in 2020. The two-time F1 world champion stepped away from the sport this year to focus on other opportunities, including a failed bid to qualify for this year's Indy 500 and a potential run at the 2020 Dakar with Toyota, with a series of tests lined up for later this year. But Brown says the Spaniard is up to date with McLaren's IndyCar project and sees the category as unfinished business.
I'll be seeing Fernando at the Italian Grand Prix. He's well aware of everything that's going on with our IndyCar activities and has been for some time. I don't think his desire to win the Indy 500 has diminished at all.
It's more likely that Alonso would be an Indy 500 wildcard entry for 2020, with a potential full-time drive in 2021, should he want it.
I think he would be an outstanding talent in IndyCar. I personally think, knowing him as well as I do, in his driving style, he'd be immensely successful and welcomed and would enjoy it.
The Alfa Romeo branded Sauber team has long been a support of young talent, having developed a series of promising rookies over the decades, including 2007 F1 world champion Kimi Räikkönen. And last week the squad was in France at the Paul Ricard circuit, with F2 racers Tatiana Calderon and Juan Manuel Correa getting to grips with the 2013 V8-powered C32 in a two-day private test. It was the first time Correa had experienced F1 power, Calderon her third, with the 26-year-old completing 58 laps overall.
I think my smile says it all. I think it's incredible to the braking, the downforce, the power, this engine sound, and the people around you. Is such a nice atmosphere that I hope I get many more chances like this.
Correa is currently 12th in the F2 standings with 36 points, but Calderon is 21st with 0. And the Colombian is hoping the latest F1 test will help her with tire management in the feeder series' remaining 4 rounds.
I have had a really difficult year in Formula 2, also to understand the tires. So a day like this is very beneficial because in Formula 1 you have so much more information in terms of tire temperatures, how you can affect also with the brakes, the balance.
Williams rookie George Russell has called out Polish fans for their hurtful comments, following his dominant performance against teammate Robert Kubica over the first 12 races. Russell outqualified Kubica 12-0 and 10-2 in races, though the pole took the team's only point in Germany after both Alfa Romeos were disqualified, and it's angered Kubica's fan base, who claim unfair treatment. It's a little bit hurtful that 50% of the comments on my posts are hate from Polish supporters, he said. Hanoi continues to race towards hosting the first Vietnam Grand Prix, set to be held in April 2020, with circuit designer Tilke releasing another clip modeling the 23-turn course. The new track, the first to be delivered under Liberty Media's watch, has now been under construction for 5 months, with the pit building almost complete, and temporary structures such as the grandstands and catch fencing all on schedule. The innovative layout, one featuring long straights into tight corners, is a reflection of F1's new style, with the event set to take fan engagement to the next level as a destination race. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison visited the circuit last week, with the event drawing heavily on expertise from the Melbourne race. F1's 2021 regulations are set to be revealed in October, with a more level playing field planned across financial, sporting, and technical spheres. But the sport has already hit the wind tunnel, with a 50% model run at Sauber's impressive Hinwil facility, one of the best in the sport, to test the car's wake. 2019 spec F1 cars lose about 50% of their downforce when they're within 2 lengths of a car in front. making close racing difficult, while their 2021 counterparts are set to lose just 10. The new cars will also see a shift on tyres, with F1 switching from 13-inch wheels to 18-inch, and shod with Pirelli's low-profile rubber. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.